Frankie, today I'm very
You didn't
excited.
wait.
Frankie, I'm very excited.
Why?
Because we have viewer-submitted Macs.
We have people who watch this?
I don't believe it either. This Cheese Club macaroni and cheese from our viewer Zach. And we've got this Shells and Alfredo Mac from our viewer Dan. We're gonna check them out, see how they are. Today on BoxMac.
Some people, about 160 consistently, watch this show.
That's very exciting.
If you've got a Mac that you want to suggest, and a lot of you have been suggesting a lot of great ideas,
Yeah.
you got to actually give them to us. You got to donate it to us.
Yeah, because honestly, it's very hard. If you say, oh, there's this supermarket near me that has this great Mac, very few supermarkets carry the same Macs, even from the same chain to the same chain.
And before we start, I do want to shout out sort of the consistent people. Zach Carlisle, an old friend.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We've got Alyssa Harrington and her boyfriend, Alex Lim. They're especially rabid about
Are they
this.
really excited? I'm glad.
Yeah. We've got Mitchell Reed in Australia.
Wow.
Dean Treadway, he was a festival juror at the Massachusetts Independent Film Festival. Yeah. So a man who likes classy, arty movies.
Loves our macaroni and cheese, or at least tolerates it.
We've got Zach Maxwell.
Yep.
We've got Brett Kulikovich, Gary DeRoche, Sam Tex. Now he is his identity in this town is as a hick.
Well, who doesn't love a good Mac?
And he's a cop.
Wow.
Emily's daughters, Gray and Andy.
Yeah.
I'm sure the baby watches as well. Actually, I've seen footage of the baby watching and going, mac and cheese.
A mac and cheese.
Gray, to that end, has asked the question while watching. She's fixed on the screen and she goes,
Who's fatter?
Who's fatter?
She doesn't.
Emily's response was,
Well, that's not the battle they're having right now, Gray.
Thanks, guys. Keep watching. These are some kind of disparate. They're not in the same vein at all. We got your basic mac and cheese here. We got a fancy ass mac and cheese. This is a store brand though. This is Everyday 365. I think this is a Whole Foods.
I've never heard of
product. And this is from the supermarket chain Aldi's. And someone has lovingly written 33 cents on here. I think that was Zach's grandma, I think he said, who wrote 33 cents on here. They heard 40-cent Macs. They said, we can do better than that. We can do 33-cent Macs. So we'll have to
wait a minute. So this is a bad competition. They're not in each other's weight class.
This Whole Foods Mac's only $1.19.
You know what? I'm up to the challenge. Because I think we've been learning that cheap Mac is often better than expensive.
That's kind of why I've staged these against each other. Is this fancy, unusual kind of Shells and Alfredo Mac gonna live up to something classic as Cheese Club? You know, Cheese Club.
Never heard of them.
But a club where you'd go for just cheese, I'd go to that club.
I remember a George Carlin bit where he was talking about not wanting to hear about parents' kids.
Yeah.
Todd is in the 7th grade now. He's in the Cheese Club.
I wish I could join the Cheese Club. But let's get cooking. Now, Frankie, do you remember how much salt we're supposed to put in the mac water? Because I have forgotten.
As I recall, a half teaspoon was a good amount.
All right, then we'll do that. Oh, we should be measuring the proper amounts of water. What am I doing? I don't use all this stuff when I make mac. I do it by eye. But we got to make sure we do the right procedure.
Yeah, this is the Mac Olympics.
6 cups of water, all right. Delicious water. This pan got a little bit dented, I'm sad about it. It was in my drawer and I closed the drawer too hard and the pan does not have much constitution. Shells and Alfredo, 2 tablespoons of butter and 3 tablespoons of milk. It's not much milk, but this has the reduced butter recipe, so it's a little bit healthier for you.
A whole box of this would be about like 600 calories, 660 milligrams of sodium.
Yeah, and we're only gonna add more, but that's okay, salt is delicious.
I gotta tell you, like when I make mac and cheese at home, I don't add salt, ever. Do you? Viewers, I'm gonna make a wild guess and assume that the Cheese Club is a little unhealthy. 250 calories for 3 servings. So that's 750, so it's actually about the same. 500 milligrams of sodium.
Yeah, a little less salt.
Look, I'm not one of these people that goes for the Whole Foods and the Trader Joe's and everything else. It's all I ever hear about. I prefer a cheddar or American tasting cheese for mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Over white cheddar or Parmesan. I think that white X is sort of a little bit overrated.
I like white chocolate. It's not chocolate.
It's not chocolate, but like if you were gonna go for like a white chocolate Kit Kat or a traditional Kit Kat, what are you gonna go for?
Traditional.
Okay, so under what circumstances are you gonna reach for white chocolate? Not a peanut butter cup, I bet.
Oh, no. I don't know. I think I just like it conceptually. I don't actually like it.
And that's most people.
Yeah. You could drizzle it over other things as kind of a decoration.
Pasta with Alfredo is sort of, do we consider that a mac and cheese? When you go to Olive Garden and you get fettuccine Alfredo, are you ordering mac and cheese? They don't want you to think you are.
Basically, you are. Fettuccine, Alfredo, pasta, cheese, mac and cheese.
This is like the Da Vinci Code.
I have considered getting a hot water boiler and we could just like 6 cups, and it's just right there.
Holy crap.
They're only like $100. I actually had the hole drilled with the anticipation of getting a hot water module for my sink where you just have a tap that spits out water that's just degrees from boiling.
You know, let us know if you want to see the $100
Nobody gives a crap.
You know what's a good idea?
What?
A BoxMac sponsored or themed mac and cheese festival.
Festival!
And all those people we shouted out, they've all got to come.
And make a mac and cheese?
Yeah. Let me know if you want to do that.
That would be a lot of fun.
We can make it happen.
Could we get a bouncy castle?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Maybe a dunk tank into boiling water.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, it's mac and cheese themed. I always like reading what they say on the side.
This is from 3.
Natural Alfredo CSB.
Okay. Just another minute.
Just another minute until the mac and cheese water boils.
Just another minute. I like it. I think we need to Broadway it up a little though. No.
Just another minute.
Not quite like that. You like end of Act 1 song. So just another minute. Just another minute.
Just another minute.
Okay, these both call for 7 to 10 minutes. Has being on BoxMac improved your BoxMac cooking skills at all?
Here's the thing. There are no skills required.
What do you mean?
In fact, I think that might be the premise of the show.
This is cooking. We are cooking things. I'm wearing a chef costume.
Those kids I called out earlier.
Sure.
They want to come visit and have you make them mac and cheese.
Oh, I would be happy to.
Can I also say this? They think that you and I live together.
That's hilarious.
They think that we're in sort of a Bert and Ernie situation.
Okay. An F bed and a J bed.
I can't help but keep looking at the 33 cents pen marks on this because it makes a mockery out of our Battle of the Cheap episode.
I did quite a bit of searching around and leave it to a grandma to know where the cheapest Mac is. And it's not gonna be junk either.
Grandmas, unlike most of us these days, maintain pantries.
They do.
You have a pantry.
I have a pantry.
We have a T-Rex.
You gotta have a pantry, man.
Why?
If you're in the mood for some Indian curry, it's right there.
I see.
This one calls for a full quarter cup. We're gonna do it or we're gonna cut it down by the same amount we've been cutting it down so far.
Do you want to just develop a standard and stick to that standard?
Yeah.
By the book, it tends to be a little too buttery, a little too salty.
Well, like this one here calls for 2 tablespoons of butter. I wouldn't want to go any less
But
than
they don't even mention salt, so you've already...
I've already ruined it, so you're right.
While we're waiting, John is wearing jorts underneath this costume.
You have to show that. You have to spoil it and tell the audience. What is a jort exactly? Is that John Hunt wearing a short?
No, that's genius. Jorts are jean shorts.
Okay.
Nope.
It's not ready yet, but this weird new age Mac stuff.
If you are a Mac snob,
Yeah.
I got no time for you.
No time. But if you're a Mac snob, do you eat any of these?
Well, maybe I'm a snob about not being a snob.
Yeah. Those noodles are done.
No noodles.
But these are not done. They're both supposed to take the same amount of time.
This is bullshit.
Well, we're gonna have to go onward because I can't let those boil too much longer.
The nicer pastas have been taking longer to cook, so
That's right.
It stands to reason.
Add the cheese sauce and stir. Can you manage it?
This is the 33-cent one?
Yeah.
This looks good. Love you, Zach. Love you, Grandma.
Oh, Frankie, get the odor coming off this. I'd call it an odor.
Whew. It smells like Parmesan, though.
Yeah, it does, a little bit. Oh my God, this is cooking up so dry. I have to add more milk. We're ready to go. We're gonna need 4 bowls, aren't we? So.
4 bowls, yeah.
4 bowls,
4 bowls, yeah.
So this one, it looks very herby. It's got a lot of herbs in it, and it has that really herb scent. I'm not sure about it. This one looks great. It looks wonderful.
33 cents.
I can't overstress it.
Compares well to Kraft, compares well to Price Right.
It's pretty good.
Do not spend money on mac and cheese, folks.
No obvious defects.
Just the right amount of butter, just the right amount of salt.
Yep.
Not unhappy about this at all.
Shall we go over into this this other territory?
First of all, it looks like it's somehow already been sitting out for a while.
It does.
We just made this.
Yeah, it was 30 seconds out of the pot. Very herby. Lots of herb flavor.
I don't want to eat this. It tastes like
Kind of a heavy garlic tint.
yeah, garlic and pepper.
Yeah, and that butter flavor does actually come through way more than any cheese flavor. If these two were my options for dinner, I would obviously pick the Cheese Club.
Would you say that you and I are now official members of the Cheese Club.
Oh, I think we are.
He's in the cheese club.
Zach LaRusso, thank you very much. Your grandmother, she's sweet as pie. Although, you know what, honestly, how can we possibly trust this? It's not printed on there. It's a pen scratch.
Look, we need to have some faith in our viewers, Frankie.
Anybody could scratch, the next viewer will be like 15 cents.
We're gonna put 2 vegan macaroni and cheeses head to head and see how they are.
Yeah, I think there's a guest host for that.
Special guest host, Nina, and I'm super excited about that one.
My vegan wife, who never gets to enjoy what we're doing here.
Yep.
She's gonna get in the fray.
That's gonna be so
She's gonna be
exciting.
in the Mac den.
And I'll give you a sneak peek now. We're gonna
Sneak peek.
Rapid Mac.
What is this?
This is a rapid macaroni and cheese cooking device, so you don't have to deal with pans. Do it all in the microwave. We're gonna cook 2 of the same mac and compare the Rapid Mac versus the Stovetop Mac and see which comes out better. Exciting stuff on BoxMac.
And up next on Red Cow Entertainment, Junt goes church fairing in Rhode Island. And don't forget to watch the Battle of the Cheeses, Craft 3 vs. 4. Much more soon here at Red Cow Entertainment.
I bought these bags the other day to keep everything nice and fresh. I don't have the chef costume in this one, but I had it in another one. They're incredible. There's like 6 pairs of pants, 3 coats. It's amazing. Big lots. $11 for 2 of these gigantic bags. I didn't think they would work. They totally
And
did.
then you also have to have a vacuum.
Yes.
Put the vacuum on it, sucks
Yep.
all the air out.
And then you just close it up, and it's good to go. It's amazing. I'm gonna change.